Alright, Victor here, RestoreYourMercedes.com. So, CL600 situation. Finally, I got to it because I was busy with work and I couldn't really get to it. So I finally got back to race. So the car hasn't changed much, but there's one major achievement. We're just running it just so it not runs. Well, obviously you can hear it run. Because it's been sitting for a while, but it sounds good. Anyway, the major thing here done is because the car finally was set up on stands. We got the ram over here, so we pulled it just ever slightly from here with this, because this is where the damage came from the tow truck driver. I think when he pulled the car, it was we just put the chain. There are pods in the floor. So anyway, what was it, 10 tons 10-ton ram. It worked. Now let me show you the gaps, because it came out pretty much perfect. So the problem here is that the trunk wouldn't line up and the lock wouldn't line up, because it just kind of like went away this way, like the whole rear. And now we close the trunk. This, the hydraulics is off, so it'll like kind of push it. This is a hydraulic system here. Now this obviously will be replaced, but this line I'm not worried about. The line that was important is this. So I don't know if you can see on the video, but this line is pretty straight, almost. It is ideal, actually, to be honest with you. Like, I'm very anal about these things, and the gap is just pretty much. And again, the trunk has to go down a little bit because the suction is not working. But as far as I can tell, this thing is pretty much some money. The light, yeah, I'll have to realign this just slightly, ever slightly, because the light, like the line, it's just like a couple of millimeters off, but it's pretty straight. This was like that, okay? So this gap over here was always off. I don't know whatever happened, but I'm not, that remains the way it is. We're not dealing with that. So, and the trunk lock, if you look where it's going to be hitting, I don't know if you can see that. Probably can't show you that because the camera. Well, anyway, let's see. No, I can't show you that, but it lines up dead center. So it was just a little light pull. There's nothing serious. A couple of areas that still need work for the subframe. Just check the subframe. This has to be straightened a little bit as it moved, and this we have to still connect the rams and move this thing a little bit, just ever slightly. The exhaust is off. This is all moisture from the exhaust. That's that. And once that's said and done, then we're gonna decide where we're cutting this thing, because I don't know yet. Probably here and there, either this area, and then the bottom. We'll figure that out. Like Ray wants to cut it down this straight line and then weld it around here. Now, if anybody knows about these rivets, I'm gonna check with EPC, but somebody commented that these are titanium, and there's obviously some sort of bizarre tool to get them look like this. As you can see, they're flat. Now, regular rivets can be used. That the problem is the seal. It might, the heads of the regular rivets, they will be too thick. So I don't know. I'll check it out today, tomorrow, whenever. Then we'll figure that out. We have a couple of good reference points here for the quarter panel. These bolts here, that's the bottom of quarter panel, bolts down there. And again, this whole thing is steel inside, so this is all super straight. The door, like I said, it just lined up perfectly fine. But at this point, once the car is pulled, I can finally get suspension parts together. I do have subframe. I might change subframe bushings. We'll see what we're gonna do with it. And this is a little damage here, but this is easy. It's not a big deal. So that's here, whatever. That's nothing. So this is which state it is most likely, and that's probably what's gonna happen, is the gas tank will have to come out. So right now there's very little gas left in it, that's why I'm running it, so it burned whatever's there, and then the welding can happen. You know, plasma cutter, whatever he's gonna use to cut this you know, whatever needs to be cut, plus welding. So yeah, there's very little gas left in this car. I'll go on the other side. So the car is obviously on stands, on pinch welds. Let's see, well, there's parts all over the place. It's very filthy inside, but yeah, the gas is like super low. Yeah, I have to check my lamps, man. Wow, I'm missing a lamp. What the hell? How can I do that? Inside is dirty, filthy, whatever, but that's shit. It's like, it is what it is. And it's still my cigarette butts from forever ago. Yeah. Poor machine, but I'll get it going. So basically, nothing damaged here. The glass didn't crack. And the spare wheel housing didn't crack during the pull. So it was very, very minor. It was like really nothing, just tiny bit of a pull. This side is fine. I have no problems here. All right, so this is the update. I will try to get back to this car as soon as I can, because we're still debating on this area right here. My ideal situation would have been to remove it, but we got bolts here. These and these two. Now these are difficult to get to, because if you look at the spare quarter panel, the bolts are accessible only through those openings, and there's one on this side. So basically the rear cover has to come off. And pardon my voice, I'm shot. It's like 9:30 and I've been here for like all day, and pulling this thing, it's brutal. Because again, this is not the shop. This is like, you know, he has the whole shop here, but we don't have like a frame on machine you drive on. You have to set the car up and all this good stuff. Plus we had some issue with the ram leaking, hydraulic, and yeah, there's always something, you know. Yeah, at this point, this is where we are. The car is still here. It's being worked on. Major achievement with the trunk alignment, with the whole pull situation. One pull. I actually did it myself, and I used the I didn't use the we have the air hydraulic with the pedal ram, right? But I used the manual one. So I pulled it, I left it sit, I pulled it, I left it sit. So basically I have the gap over here to extend about 1 inch, and I let go, and just that very one pull lined it all up perfectly. So yeah, that's basically all for me, and hopefully I'll get more videos about this car. It has to be done. The door is over there. Alright, so this is all. Victor here, RestoringMercedes.com. Thanks for watching.